Hi friends. To watch most updated video, please subscribe my channel. Why you only lose hair on your head, but never on the rest of your body? Shocking. Hey, my name is Jared Gates, and in the presentation that follows, I'm going to show you how I went from this to this without any prescription drugs, over-the-counter remedies, or painful and expensive hair transplants. I'll also show you how you can use the exact same 100% natural hair loss prevention method I did to experience a thicker, fuller, and healthier head of hair that everyone will envy. I'll even give you each step of this method right inside this presentation. Plus, in the next 5 minutes you'll also discover why I believe the root cause of all male and female hair loss isn't aging, genetics, or really anything else you've ever heard of before, but a bizarre steroid your body is producing inside of you this very second. Something that's not only responsible for your hair loss, but that could be putting virtually every man with a bald spot at severe risk for prostate cancer. And that floats through your bloodstream like a lethal dose of poison, eventually reaching your hair follicles and destroying them right at the source, so that they can never produce more hair again. So if you've ever felt embarrassed, frustrated, or even a little bit depressed by your bald spot, no matter how big or tiny it is, then it's vital that you stick with me for the next 5 minutes, because the following presentation may change your life completely. By the time you've finished reading it, you will not only learn how to prevent hair loss, but you will regain the confidence that comes from once again being a complete, vital man or woman. In fact, that's exactly what's happened for more than 94,992 other men and women just like you. People who used the natural and inexpensive hair loss prevention techniques inside this presentation to destroy that hair-killing steroid that's inside their bodies right now, and to have a noticeably fuller and healthier head of hair without any drugs or medications. People like. Perhaps the most frustrating part of this was that I wasn't a bad-looking guy. If you took away the bald spot, the whole world seemed to react differently to me because I didn't have a full head of hair. It seemed like more hair was growing on my forehead, which was certainly not what I wanted, than on my actual bald spot. They were expensive, ineffective, had major side effects, and you had to use them for the rest of your life. He said that a steroid, called DHT, is what's normally responsible for the growth of prostate cells. I'd never heard of DHT before, but my doctor said it comes from testosterone, and that as we get older, our bodies convert more and more of our testosterone into this steroid. Dr. Blount also mentioned that DHT affects women just as often as it does men, which I thought was really interesting. He said that's because ovaries produce a surprisingly large amount of testosterone. A Harvard University study I found confirmed the link between DHT and both male pattern hair loss and prostate cancer. A paper from researchers at George Washington University backed the Harvard study up. Another paper published in the International Journal of Women's Health also attributed DHT to female pattern hair loss. And so did additional papers from the University of Pennsylvania's Perelman School of Medicine and the Columbia University Medical Center. It made my pulse race as I thought about what this might mean. I thought to myself, if this one thing called DHT is one of the reasons for hair loss, can't I just stop it somehow and prevent my hair loss from happening too? This poisonous steroid begins to make its way inside the papilla, the part of your hair follicle responsible for growing new hair. The DHT then clogs up the papilla, which blocks it from growing new hairs. So when old hairs fall out, there aren't any new hairs to replace them. How do you stop your body from turning testosterone into DHT? I began to notice a common culprit. Men and women alike who were suffering from baldness suddenly found that they had a fuller and healthier head of hair than they had in decades. He simply could not help us to publish it, and that he was positive no other university scientist or doctor in the world would help us publish it either. How could someone who took an oath to help the needy and sick refuse to give them something that had such amazing potential to improve their health so dramatically? It's about helping as many men and women as possible to regain their confidence, their beauty, ultimately their health, for the small, one-time investment of just $69. To get started, simply click the yellow button you see below right now. You'll then go to the secure checkout page that Dr. Blount and I have created, where you'll enter your basic order info. Plus, you'll also be able to download all of the materials or print out copies of everything to share with your friends and loved ones. If you are ready to take us up on this 100% risk-free trial, you really do need to act quickly. If not the Rebuild Hair program, what will you use to restore your lost hair and eliminate your bald spot? Thanks for watching.